Let's turn to business news now with Giles Beckford, our business editor, who is beaming in from Wellington. Giles, hello. What are we talking about tonight?
Nothing like having the script, is there? Speaking of insurance companies, we're having another version on CBL. Now, I thought last night after I'd had a talk about the RBNZ's view of it that would be the end of it. But actually overnight, the Irish Central Bank has released the court papers it put up to put the Irish subsidiary of CBL Group into administration, and it makes for rather ugly reading, and this is really the centre of the CBL Group's problems. It is in Ireland because it's Irish business. What was Irish-based business was doing a lot of business in Europe, and that's where it has run into trouble. Now, the Irish regulators, the central bank, basically paint a rather dim picture of the way CBL Ireland was being run. They say that its management deviated from normal practices, that it clearly was not putting aside enough money to cover its potential liabilities and claims upon it, that it loaded a lot of its claims and its reinsurance. Remembering this is at the heart of the insurance business, is that you take on the risk and then you offload it by reinsuring with another insurer. In this case, they've offloaded it onto the parent company in New Zealand. And it says that the company was writing too much business and growing too far, too fast, and couldn't cope. Now, you look at it from that point of view, and you have to say that already you have the seeds for calamity. In reply, the company disputed how much it was in trouble. It said that the demands that the Irish Central Bank was making upon it to stack up more reserves and to back its potential liabilities were excessive and could cause trouble to the company. And it said that it would fatally compromise the business if the Irish got in the way of the measures the company was trying to take to save itself. And it said if it did in fact step in the way and stop the Irish company from trying to carry on its business, it would be, to quote them, irreversible and catastrophic for the company and for the group. And you have to say that perhaps no truer words have been said, because that's the way it looks. I think the most chilling assessment from the Irish Central Bank's documents, it says, its conclusion, the company is insolvent or close to it. And therein, I fear, lie the future for the broader group.
Gosh, that is fascinating, that story, isn't it? It's the gift that keeps on giving, although perversely quite the reverse, really.
Indeed, and I think one of the significances, of course, is that so many ordinary folk who think that they've insured for the building of their home have been caught just so unwittingly and innocently. In
and that's shades, as you said last night, of the finance companies collapsing, right? Another side of the news, business reality in the United States, Giles.
Well, we don't often cover the sort of the overseas business things unless they're really gigantic, but this is the new Trump era administration approach to business. Donald Trump has blocked a Singaporean-based company called Broadcom from buying a US-based company called Qualcomm for about 160 billion New Zealand dollars. The names may not mean much to you, but they make the little chips that go into mobile phones. They are the heart of smartphone technology. And Donald Trump has cited the same reasons as he did for the steel and aluminium tariffs: national security. It is not in the United States' national security to allow this big deal to go ahead. I wonder, perhaps, if there's not an element of the United States not just trying to protect its national security, but trying to perhaps monopolize technology to make sure that they actually have the first say on it and not other countries. We'll wait and see on that one, but that's the new Trump-era trade environment.
Thanks, Giles. How were the markets today?
Well, the share market, it edged higher, just about 9 points, 8473 is the close. That's up about 0.1%, but it's a record close. First time in a couple of months on that one. For the currency, a touch firmer on the US dollar at 73.2 US cents and just sitting just below 93 Australian cents.
Giles Beckford, our business editor, thank you very much indeed.